Well, you just think it's going to make you happier. If you look thinner, you'll just be happier. You'll look better, you'll feel better. But in essence, it really doesn't. It really makes you feel worse about yourself.
Girls are most vulnerable to developing eating disorders or high achievement oriented. So, you know, these are bright individuals who are going to, you know, go far in the society, and yet what they're most concerned with and what they feel so bad about is their bodies and their sense of self, and that's their biggest concern.
Adrienne, like the others, sees herself as a perfectionist. Recovery from an eating disorder takes constant, careful commitment to stay healthy. Dr. Khatami says there's been a 200% increase in eating disorders in the last 20 years.
They've done a survey not long ago, and actually they talk about this in the movie The Famine Within. They asked women which they would prefer between losing weight or things like success in their jobs, happiness in life, a good relationship, a good marriage, everything they named, and they picked losing weight over all those things. I mean, I think there's a very powerful message here about what it is that that women are learning.
Even when I thought I was still okay, because I fasted for about 6 days where I didn't really consume anything. I started to have really bad headaches, and I couldn't really, my ears would ring and I couldn't hardly hear, and I passed out during an exam and had to go to the hospital. And so it became a lot harder. I was so tired all the time. It became a lot harder just to get around and stuff. But I still felt okay because I was still working out and stuff because I felt like I had an adrenaline high, and I was, you know, using a lot of caffeine and stuff, you know, to keep my energy up. But it became a lot harder as, you know, I started getting sicker.
Adrienne gets strength and support from other people who are fighting eating disorders. Experts say about 1/3 of people with eating disorders recover. Another third move in and out of their disorder. And another third never fully recover.
It feels a lot better, you know, talking to someone like that than talking to like your parents about it or talking to someone else, because you know they really, deep down, they really understand. Because, you know, you look in the mirror and say, that's me. She's just like me. So, I don't know, I guess that was the whole motivation, seeing some of those girls and just being sad and scared of what had happened to them. And one girl, she had messed up her kidneys. They weren't functioning anymore. I mean, and girls don't see that. Girls don't see that side of it. You know, when you're in college and you're looking at, you know, models and photographs and stuff, and, you know, you don't even think about it, even when you're in high school. And they're starting younger and younger.
I think with stress, it adds to it, fuels the fire. It's just kind of, you push it to the limit a little bit more. But stress, you know, in my case, you know, causes me to eat more. It makes me, you know, kind of tired and kind of relaxes me, so it's kind of helps me get rid of stress in some ways. It's like a drug to me. And I become addicted to it.
I think now it's kind of nice to have a little meat on my bones and to look, you know, decent, not look like a zombie, and have some color back in my face. And I have an eating disorder, and I have to do something about it, and I probably have it with me. I'll carry it with me forever, you know.
The voices of your illness, think of that as evil. Think of that as really horrible. Don't, you know, let yourself, you know, don't convince yourself that, you know, it's okay. And, you know, just consider, you know, that to be the enemy. And, it's a really hard thing to do. And it takes a really long time.
So really balance in eating, balance in exercise, balance in your life is really the best healthy idea.
One of the things that needs to happen is we have to redefine normal in this culture, because I think you see so much of sort of preoccupation with fat and weight and body that it's really, even in my work, it's sort of, there's a point you go, okay, if everybody feels this way, then you can't say this is abnormal.
Doctors say the number of eating disorder cases will continue to grow until our society stops setting unrealistic standards for beauty, fashion, and body image. It is up to us to recognize these problems and get them under control. If you feel that you might have an eating disorder or know of someone who does, the first step of action is to confide in a teacher or a friend or a physician. Get help. Get a physical exam. Unfortunately, some of our peers are literally dying to be thin. So we all must learn to fight the hype and the temptation of thinking, you must be thin to be in.